Hi, and welcome to episode 49 of the Load Down podcast. Join us this week as we try to predict the logo bands for Download Festival 2026 in a game that we like to call the Download Penalty Shootout.
This is the Load Down podcast.
So, tonight is all about the logo bands because we've spoken at length about who we think the headliners might be, who's in the running and who's out. We've spoke a bit about the logo bands as we went through the European ones.
Yeah.
You said you listened back to our version of this last year just to see what we did.
Yeah, I did. God, what a difference. And a year ago.
Yeah.
Mental.
And we were talking, we did like the European roundup and the shootout at once, but
Yeah.
we've obviously already done the European ones. But yeah, I think we know better about who's free now than we did even when we talked about the European ones.
Yeah, probably.
Who's now a lot less likely.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we did a shootout. Me and Johnny are going to have 5 guesses each and a wild card. The loser has to do a forfeit at Download Festival. We haven't decided on this year's forfeit yet, so if you've got any suggestions, drop them in the Discord group or on Instagram or wherever you
Nothing
comment.
that'll get us sacked or divorced. That's probably the rules.
Yeah, you were a bit nervous last year about the...
Yeah, I'm a school
School
governor. I'm rocking round in Speedos like Josh.
Yeah. Josh suggested... Yeah, so we went somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And yeah, we did the results of it live on stage last year. Who knows if
tell you
that'll
what.
happen again, but it was a good laugh.
I bet we didn't expect to be doing that when we were making the guesses in episode 3.
About 3, yeah.
So it was quite a treat that to announce the results live on stage.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
And we'll also have a bit of a wild card one where we do a bit of a silly guess, which we got right. We both got right.
Yeah, we did actually. Yeah.
So I guessed McFly, and you guessed the Venga Boys.
Yeah,
Yours
that was a proper wild
yeah.
card.
That
Absolute
was.
wild
Mine
card.
was a bit of a...
I should have got extra points for that.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
So yeah, we ended up in our foil hot pants, which we'll put a picture on over this audio.
Yeah.
And we did rock fit in them. And bloody hell, if I wasn't sweating already doing rock fit, I certainly was wearing tinfoil boxers. Jesus Christ.
Oh, we said it last week, and the glue melted that had glued the thing, and it glued the shorts to my leg, ripped them off, and had like a stripe across there. But it was so hot. And then we went for a pint at the best pint. I think that's arguably the best pint of beer I've ever had.
Ever had, yeah.
Sat after that, after Rockfit, in the sun, on the balcony, overlooking
the hair of the
everyone.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was absolute bliss.
Perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the memories that'll stay with me forever.
Just pint memory, isn't it?
Yeah, watch. That was we were we were pushing towards 30 degrees then, surely. And that's when everyone was dressed all, painted black for Vessel and all that. I was thinking, wearing our
shiny hot pants.
Yeah,
So we got 5 bands each. We get a point for each.
Yeah.
How many points are we doing for the wild card?
3.
3.
Yeah.
And last time we spoke to each other beforehand about what bands are going to be. This time we haven't, so it's going to be a true surprise. We're going to have to flip a coin, I think, aren't we?
True
Who
stars.
can go
There's not
first?
coins anymore. Cashless.
Yeah.
Cashless festival.
Flip the dog. Oh, there it is.
Right, sat on it. Yeah, we'll flip some.
Flip
rock,
some,
paper, scissors or something.
I'll
like
do this. Flip your beer mat, and then
that. Yeah.
whoever gets. Well, you can go heads or tails. Heads
Right.
being the
Halo
Halo
arms.
arms, tails being underneath. And if you get it right, you can choose whether you want to go first or not.
Go on then. Heads.
Heads
It is.
What are you going first?
Yeah. Are we going straight for it, or should we have a quick break?
Let's have a break,
Yeah.
compose ourselves, and then we'll get into it.
Nice one.
This is the Lowdown Podcast.
Right then.
Yeah, I should have had a break and I didn't get me sheet of paper.
Piss pure prep, as always.
Keep it behind me. So
Right,
it's
then,
me
so
first,
you
is
can
it?
go up first, then, mate. Penalty number 1.
Penalty number 1. I'm going to go straight down the middle with Alice Cooper.
Oh, very nice.
Alice Cooper is playing Copenhagen and Tons of Rock. I think it'll be 15 years since he was last at Download.
Wow.
Download 2011, he headlined the second stage. He's at Copenhagen, Tons of Rock. So they're towards the end of the month. But yeah, he's free. I was hoping for Judas Priest or Alice Cooper. So we're obviously not getting Judas Priest with them being at Bloodstock.
Yeah.
So something to keep the old guard, the retro metalheads, well, and us,
Yeah.
happy. And, it'd be a cracking second stage headliner. I would love it to be in the dark against someone.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's probably not that likely. But yeah, hopefully for one last time at Download Festival, Alice Cooper.
That would be fantastic. When's the last time we saw him? Well, you saw
I
him
went last year.
didn't you?
Yeah, about this time last year with Darren. He was absolutely excellent. First time I saw him was at that Monsters of Rock, Deep Purple, Alice Cooper, Journey, Thunder, Queensryche.
What a day.
Ted Nugent and Roadstar with the support, who went on to become Heaven's Basement.
Yeah. Oh, did that really?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Used to love them.
They were good as well.
Yeah.
And that was a sunny day, like ridiculously hot. It was about 35 degrees.
Yeah.
And Alice Cooper was a little bit lost in the sunlight. And if you look back, there's a Live at Montreux 2006, Alice Cooper, his voice is a bit shit.
Really?
And it was almost like, oh shit, is he done?
Yeah.
Is he blown his voice or whatever? And he really made a bit of a comeback on that Theatre of Death tour that we saw him on.
Yeah.
He was excellent. And last year, considering he's 77, he's up on the top of the monitors. He's he's waving the cane. He's doing all the moves.
Proper with it, isn't he?
Yeah, and he is proper with it. You know, when you hear him talk, still,
Yeah, exactly. In interviews and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a very intelligent guy.
He's got a hell of a band behind him, hasn't he?
Oh, mate, Nita Strauss and that, what a player.
Incredible.
The whole band, absolutely phenomenal. He always has had phenomenal
he
bands. He's always known how to, but yeah, put on a proper show one last time at Donington.
That would be a good in that.
That's definitely.
Did you have Alice Cooper last year as well?
Was it Alice in Chains?
I think you might have had Alice Cooper last year.
Yeah, you might be right.
But yeah, no, that would be great. And again, pretty active, isn't he? Next year on the festival scene, which is great.
Which is promising. And if he wasn't there, I thought he might have rocked up at either Bloodstock or even opening on that, the main support for Maiden at that Nebworth thing. So
yeah, true.
If he's doing something in the UK next summer, I think Download might be the one.
Sounds good, mate. Right, let me get my sheet open. And I'm also going to get this open. So the band I'm going to go with first is a band that we stood waiting for about an hour last year in the morning. They smashed their set and was probably noted as one of the best performances they ever did at Bloodstock this year, and that is Trivium. Obviously, we were expecting them last year, weren't we?
Yeah.
Last year, this year, we'll never get our heads around that fucking thing. But
it was this year. Yeah.
this year. So the whole thing about them saying, should we be back and all that stuff. And I really want them back as well, especially after seeing the footage from Bloodstock.
I think Trivium have got to be nailed on.
They have to be.
All that teasing last year about tagging, downloading locations, Matt Heafy putting a thing, how about we do this again?
Yeah.
Still, don't know. I feel like I'll have a bit of beef with him for the first song.
Yeah, be annoyed at him.
Yeah.
Second stage.
Not too much beef, but he's in him on his socials. He's
Jiu-Jitsu master guy. Yeah.
I've got all the time in the world for him. He just seems like the nicest bloke.
He really does.
So well spoken, polite. I love watching him when he does his guitar tutorials. When he does
a lot of live stuff, doesn't he? Which is cool. He seems like a really, really, really nice guy. So
new drummer, of course.
Yeah,
another Sepultura losing another drummer.
I know.
Poor guys.
I don't know whether he's left Sepultura. I'm not sure.
I don't think he has. I think they said thanks for lending us the drummer.
He's a hell of a drummer. I followed him for quite a while because I think he's like originally like a jazz drummer.
Ah, right,
And
okay.
he does that, Whiplash, the film. He does
Oh,
that
yeah.
on tour with an orchestra and stuff. He's absolutely brilliant.
It's mad, isn't it?
So I was like, how the hell's he going to lend himself to Sepultura and
Yeah,
Trivium?
'cause
But
they're busy.
Fuck, it's insane.
So they're doing Nova Rock
Yeah, Nova Rock on
Tusker.
Thursday.
and then the free all weekend. So the free Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
We'll have to give big thanks to our friend Download Bryn,
100%.
who has knocked up a very, very good spreadsheet of artists and bands playing all over Europe and where they're playing and when they're playing.
Yep.
So it's made our job a little bit easier knowing where they are.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
He's loaded.
mate.
He's done a Discord as well, hasn't he?
Yeah,
a
brilliant.
gaming Discord.
Yeah,
which
so
is
if you
a lot of fun.
if you're into that, definitely get on his socials and see what he's got going on there and join that Discord. That'd be good fun.
Yeah, I'm enjoying that Discord stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun jumping. I'm only on 3 at the minute. I'm on Ours.
Yeah.
I'm on Bryn's and I'm on Stu's, but kind of just moving around and
I
checking in with different people.
I
It's
struggle
nice.
for time just even to keep on top of my own messages from my wife.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to step up for
Cool.
my second one.
Second penalty then, mate.
I've started in alphabetical order and then gone absolutely to rat shit. But second up, Bad Omens.
Oh, yeah. Great shout.
It feels like the time they're coming back.
It does.
They'd be a huge, huge sub at this level, at this time. And
Yeah.
some people might not realise how big they've got.
Yeah.
Me included, to be honest.
I mean, they totally passed me by again. Yeah. I've heard a lot of stuff more recently now because the hype around them and stuff, but I wish I'd have kind of got into them a little bit earlier so I
Yeah.
could follow their journey because it was a hell of a ride as a proper diehard Bad Omens
yeah.
fan.
What year was it they backed out?
Not last year, the year before,
23.
wasn't it? 23, yeah.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, where were they supposed to be? Were they
Headline is second.
Yeah,
They got replaced by Funeral for
Funeral
a Friend.
Friend? Yeah, they did. That's when you got a load of shit off.
I got a lot of shit off
you.
Funeral for a Friend. I got absolutely. They ripped me to shreds. It was hilarious. I just said, well, I mean, that's a bit of a weak thing. And then the band and all the members like
Commented on it.
and put all their achievements and that, but like in like a jokey
Yeah,
way.
they
And
were great with
absolutely
it.
great sport.
Funny.
It was really good. But when we spoke to our mate Jordan last year, he said he thinks they'll be back as a big sub headliner, and if they don't, and if they skip, they'll be back as a headliner. I think next time they do a UK tour, it'll be big venues and they'll be strongly in the headliner argument because they've got just an absolute rabid fan base now.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a.
I love watching it. Almost from the sidelines.
Well, it's so exciting, really.
Yeah.
It's nice to have. I've enjoyed everything I've ever heard by them. Probably not my genre, full on.
Yeah.
Like, to become a full on fan, but I'd definitely go and see him as long as the clashes are friendly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there would be a hell of a sub to maybe Linkin Park.
Yeah, that'd be a good day, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So where are they playing? Have we got any?
Nova Rock.
Are they Tusker as well?
They're at
Let me have a look.
Nova and Greenfields
Oh, and Tusker actually, yeah.
and Tusker.
On the Saturday.
Are they on the Saturday? Are they...
Saturday at Tusker, yeah, but that's not till the 26th.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't missed that because
Yeah, they've got a new logo, haven't they? Like a death metal. Or,
So that's pointing to the Sunday sub in Linkin Park for me.
well, that's a different weekend, isn't it? Altogether,
Oh, yeah.
Tusker.
So
So hopefully
right, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've put
this is Nova. Oh yeah, I wonder when they're playing Nova Rock actually.
the free Saturday and Sunday. I've put.
Cool. Oh, that's good.
So they're doing Nova, Greenfields, then free Saturday, Sunday. So it must be Thursday, Friday, possibly day off Saturday, and then supporting opening for.
yeah,
Linkin
Bad
Park.
Omens in at Linkin Park on the Sunday.
That's going to be a strong Sunday. That.
Yeah,
I mean, you get the quiet in and off. Didn't seem it as much this year, or in 23. definitely did for Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
People started leaving after.
Yeah, we've had Avenged Sevenfold or Biffy on the Sundays, or haven't we?
Aerosmith was quiet.
Was Bring Me on a Sunday?
No, they were the Friday.
Oh yeah,
That's a confusing year because you
yeah, because you're thinking
Thursday,
the 4
Friday, Saturday,
days.
Sunday. Right.
Cool, right.
So
Very
go on,
good
mate.
shout, that mate. So the next one I've got, remind myself, I have got a band that we're very fond of, and your daughter Emily used to be very fond of before she turned to Taylor Swift, and that is Volbeat.
Oh, nice. She still is quite fond
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Volbeat, actually. Yeah. They're free all weekend as well.
Yeah,
They're doing Rock am Ring and
quite a few
Park.
gigs, aren't they?
They're doing Nova Rock on the 11th, so the free Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If it is Guns N' Roses, I think they're an obvious sub.
It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Someone on the forums had said, like, bloody hell, we're getting subs that were all third down last year. But if you look at all of the, like, Volbeat are doing arenas now.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not selling them out, but they're still, you know, they'll be doing as good a numbers as your likes of like Architects and things, and those bands are always in the conversation for headliners. So
Yeah, it's one of the bands that you've been into for a long time.
yeah,
I didn't take your advice and didn't listen to them for a bit, and then when I did, I was absolutely hooked.
yeah, my dad was the same.
Don't know why it took so long for me to get into them, but once I did, I totally fell in love with them. And then it's one of the highlights of a weekend at Download, seeing them.
Yeah,
What year was that?
22.
Late afternoon with everybody.
Yeah.
In the sun, lads having a great time. Our
Good
mate
fun.
Rob had never heard them before. Now he's like their biggest fan.
Yeah.
So when we're saying we love taking people to Download with us, or to anywhere when we've been to
Yeah.
Munich Beer Festival or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And I buzz off more of their reactions than I do of my own experience a lot of the time. And that's a real key moment for me, that seeing Rob's face when Volbeat
Yeah.
were playing. Like, geez.
Yeah, he was
like
like,
brilliant.
yeah, jaw on the floor sort of stuff.
So I've got my fingers crossed for them, mate.
Excellent shout, and I think highly likely they finish. They're doing a UK tour that still runs into November. They're playing like 2 days before my birthday, but we're in. We're going camping in November for some reason. We're doing the bonfire fireworks night at Holgate.
Oh, is it?
so
Oh, class.
yeah,
Yeah.
which would be cool. But my dad said, "What? We should have bloody gone to Manchester because Friday Saxon in Manchester,
yeah.
and then on Saturday is Volbeat. That would have been a hell of a
Yeah.
2 days." Yep, good shout, mate. I think I'm more confident this year than last year. I don't know if we're just a little
don't
bit more
know.
in tune.
I'm not sure.
We were
Still
fucking miles away last year.
we didn't get hardly any, did
No.
we? And to be fair, there was a few European festivals that had announced before then,
Which is
just shit at it. I did watch it back, the live pod today I haven't watched it for a while. Watched it on YouTube of this bit to prepare, just to
Yeah.
remind myself, we were miles out. I think we got one each.
We started, I think we got the first ones each and then got the
we
wild
got one
cards.
each in the wild card, yeah.
So, third up, I'm going for a band that have announced a big reunion for their 50th anniversary. A band that split up a while back, said they are going to be, well, they actually said they were going to headline a lot of festivals. Obviously, I don't think that's going to be quite the case, and they haven't been announced to headline any. One that I thought might be the Thursday headliner for Bloodstock, but it didn't happen, and that is Twisted Sister.
Yeah, great shout.
Yeah, it's another one. Yeah, I don't know where they would go. Maybe third down.
On the Guns N'
On
Roses
the
day.
Guns N' Roses Volbeat, Twisted Sister, or a second stage headliner
Yeah.
in that sort of Sex Pistols, Frank Carter
Yeah, that'd
slot.
be good.
So you could go from like Volbeat, Twisted Sister.
I really do hope they bring in some bands like that. I like Alice Cooper, and it
Yeah.
just
It just
some
mixes
of
it
the
up
old
a
guard.
bit.
Yeah, it really does.
We've
Some
said
big
it a lot.
sing-alongs in there as well.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
great.
Yeah. A lot of people, when the Bloodstock forums were still live, a lot of people said they were arguably the best headliner Bloodstock had ever had.
Right.
And this was obviously 2021 when I was active on them forums.
Yeah,
They're not
okay.
there anymore,
Right.
sadly. But yeah, they're doing Copenhagen, They're doing Tons of Rock, both of which are at the end of June. So they are active in June. And I think there'll be a lot more festivals for them to be added to. So,
Yeah.
that's my third.
Brilliant, mate. So my third. Got some to choose from. I'm going to go for it. So this is a band that we absolutely love. You're going to see them in December, I think it is.
Yeah.
A band that I was obsessed with not last year, year before. That's all I listened to, and that is Ice Nine Kills. I love this band, and when I was writing the list today of my final decisions, I had to listen to both of the albums
Yeah.
back to back, because once you've got them on, I can't turn them off.
Yeah. I've started delving a little bit deeper into Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah.
The one before the I can't remember what it's called now.
Silver Screen.
No, the book one. Is it something in the book?
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
proper cheesy sort of stuff. So they're doing Nova Rock. So they are active.
Yeah.
They have just released another good new single.
Oh, it's great.
It's really good. I wasn't sold on it until I saw the video.
Yeah.
And I usually find their videos a bit much, but it's perfect. So it's
the laugh track.
the laugh
it's
track,
called, isn't it?
yeah. So obviously based on the Joker. He makes a good Joker.
He
as
does.
well.
He really does. The production of the music video is
Yeah.
brilliant. It's like a little mini movie almost.
And catchy and silly and upbeat.
So they're at Nova Rock on the Friday. So
Right.
they're free this Saturday, Sunday. I mean, put them anywhere, couldn't you? But
Yeah.
whereabouts in the lineup? They were quite low down when we saw them, weren't they?
They were. They
must have been second or third on.
They were afternoon on main, weren't they? And then the year before they'd done the second stage. However, I think if I had to put them somewhere, they've got to be a second stage headliner size now.
That'd be great with the full show, wouldn't it?
If we were correct in what we're saying, I would have, and the stages aren't clashing, I would have Bad Omens on second. Bad Omens subbing. I would have Ice Nine Kills headline second into Linkin Park on the Sunday.
You're going to get all our hopes up here, mate, and they're just going to be shattered in 3 weeks.
We're choosing to be the optimists.
We are, absolutely.
There is definitely a little bit of pessimism at the back of my head, but we are definitely an upbeat podcast. I think that's
for sure.
Build you up for a lot of disappointment.
Build you up and be fucking gutted when we get the proper announcement.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're seeing them at the Co-op live with Creeper.
There's shitloads of tickets left, though.
Is
to
there?
be fair, yeah. They upgraded from.
I say it's big. No, I mean, it doesn't get much bigger than that, does it?
It's the biggest in Europe.
Yeah.
23,500 now, but there's still standings available and everything. I mean, they'll probably do fine because it's quite an adaptable venue. That the word in Victoria Warehouse to start with. I think they were looking likely to sell that out, so they upgraded it.
That's right.
I mean, it's a cracking lineup, that. Ice Nine Kills, Creeper, The Devil Wears Prada, and TX2 have just been announced. So
right, okay.
I can't even say I'll be in the bar because I'm driving. I'll be getting a Co-op meal deal.
But the last time we saw them at Download was the 2022 year, was it? No. 23.
23.
In the blistering heat. How hot was that? It's one of the only bands we went right up to the barrier for.
It was.
There was people running around in the mosh pit in the dust, and it was almost like we're in the fucking Sahara
Why did I do
desert.
that? I had that dodgy eye.
Oh yeah, you did.
Let's go around in an absolute sandstorm.
It was.
I put Darude on.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how people did it because it was so fucking hot, wasn't it?
Yeah, very slow mosh pit that was.
Great fun though. So yeah, that's number 3, is it?
3, yeah. So number 4 for me. I'll have to. We should write these down after who we've actually done, because we ended up listening back loads because we kept forgetting what we'd said. I'm going for, hopefully not bringing the weather with them, Baby Metal.
Oh, great! I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I think I was maybe a little bit surprised they didn't come back this year.
Yeah.
Having only got 4 songs.
Oh, shit.
I felt really sorry for him, to be honest. Obviously, the big thunderstorm stopped their set, stopped Rory's set, and that's who I was watching, because I chose to watch Rory over Baby Metal.
Yeah.
But in the end, I ended up getting to watch all of Baby Metal's set because
Yeah.
they're doing Rock am Ring and Rockin' Park.
Yeah.
So they're obviously doing the festival circuit.
That was a downpour, wasn't it, during them?
Yeah.
You know, I've got some great footage of that.
That was the downpour that ruined the site,
Yeah,
really.
it did.
Oh, no, and the Saturday night
Oh,
one.
yeah, yeah.
Jeez, I forgot about that. That's because we were a bit drunk.
Yeah, but all proper togged up, like penguins all huddled together.
Yeah.
Absolutely pissing it down.
Yeah, because the overall weather wasn't terrible. There was just, there was about 3 absolutely relentless
Yeah.
torrential showers. First one was during Those Damn Crows.
Yeah, we stayed in guest, actually. I think you went to go.
We
and
went
was
and
that on the
watched
Friday morning?
Yeah,
Friday dinner time.
Dinner time, yeah. And then,
We went to walk and then the heavens opened.
yeah,
Jeez.
and then Saturday during Baby Metal, and then Saturday night when we were walking back was,
Oh, yeah.
I nearly swam back.
Yeah, we did.
It was, and then Sunday was glorious.
Yeah.
Very strange
That's a
weather.
good shout, that, mate. I'd love
yeah.
to see the full set.
Yeah, yeah.
I missed them the first time because they were supporting Red Hot Chili Peppers when I went to see them a few years ago.
Yeah, you were quite into him at the time.
Yeah, I really liked them. And then obviously I had the set cut short, so yeah, it'd be nice to have them back for a full set. There was a lot of disappointed people there, actually, that the set was cut short.
Yeah.
There was nothing you can do, but it showed the following and people were actually there to see them.
Yeah, it's sad really because I know they have a young following as well.
Yeah.
So I always kind of,
I was quite excited for my dad to see them because my dad's not like a big metalhead. He likes
Yeah, they're just-
Oasis and stuff, but I think he appreciates a show and like good musicianship and stuff. So.
and the bizarreness of it.
yeah,
if
it's
anything.
just so mental, isn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed what they did do. They did some. They did the metal, didn't they? With
Tom Morello.
yeah,
Is it?
he didn't come out and
No,
do
he
it.
didn't,
but
even though he was there.
He was on the big screen, wasn't he was pretty much clashing with him though,
he
wasn't
was,
he?
Yeah, he was on second, wasn't he?
Yeah, they did karate. But yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah,
good fun.
really good.
Probably take up a fairly high slot now.
There's some really
Third
good
or
pro
fourth down.
footage of their arena tour. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Got some belting tracks in there.
yeah, that's good.
Well, I hope it is them. I'll be back into them again. I've not listened to them for ages.
No, so is that fourth?
Yeah.
What's your fourth, mate?
Mine is. Oh, I've got a couple now. I'm gonna go with my go-to gym music and the band that we saw at Slam Dunk this year, which is Electric Callboy.
Oh, great shout! They're not on my list for some reason. They should have been.
Obviously, they pulled out of 2023, 24. Okay,
24.
I'm losing track of years. 24.
They played 23, didn't they? In the 10.
They did in the tent,
And
which
then
looked mental.
Yeah, and then they were meant to be doing 24.
24, and unfortunately, and I know our good friend Dexter is a big Callboy fan as well, and the Bamba family. So yeah, I would love for them
They
to come
were
back.
so much fun.
They were
Slam Dunk.
incredible, weren't they? I
think they
love
would be
a
the
party.
I think they'd be the ultimate third down or second stage headliner.
Yeah, yeah.
Just get the crowd pumped up.
I think get them on main. And I mean, it would go down well as a second stage headliner, but I would hope it.
I was just smiling.
I think
from ear
on
to ear.
I think on main people will camp out there, don't they? A lot all
Yeah.
day. So whether you're fans or not of the band, you're almost forced to watch them because you're there.
Yeah.
Whereas second, you have to make a conscious effort to go and see them. So I'd hope they're on main, and then it'd get the whole of the site bouncing.
Yeah, they really would. They keep bringing out.
Let me see where
I don't think they've got anything announced.
they've got Rock for People on the Wednesday.
Oh right, I'm looking at
That
an old
week.
poster of theirs.
So they're free by the looks of it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Happy days.
So I'm crossing all fingers and toes for that one because
Ah,
I
yeah.
love them. They're fucking
Yeah, they're
brilliant.
doing Rockin' Park, Rock am Ring, and then Rock for People. So they are free. Yeah, very much hopeful for that. That will be a great laugh.
Just good vibes in it.
Yeah.
Fun party time.
I've got stuff flying through my head now, like thinking, oh, what about?
Yeah, I know.
this, that, and the other.
Well, we can cover other. We'll nail our bands, and then we'll maybe talk about other ones we were thinking about.
Yeah, go on then. For my fifth, what do I go with? Megadeth.
Oh, you bastard!
Yeah,
Just scrub that off mine then.
yeah. I'm pretty confident Megadeth will be there. Obviously, doing a farewell tour. I think it's looking like they're going to do it pretty much the other way around to what Slayer did. Well, we know. I don't know what I mean. Then come back 5 years later.
Yeah.
Doing the festival circuit, then probably coming back and doing an
Yeah,
arena or not arena. It's probably some arenas.
Yeah.
Small arena. You know, maybe do a Wembley
Yeah,
arena day.
if they had a good undercard,
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah.
cool.
They're not as. Yeah, they're a weird one. They're not as big as Slayer in ticket sales,
Well, we saw them at the Apollo, didn't we?
but that was supporting
That was
Priest.
supporting Priest, yeah.
I mean, they'd
Oh,
easily
they played
do-
the Academy in Manchester, don't they?
Yeah.
When they were here, so yeah, it's a bit of a funny one, isn't it?
Yeah, big theatres up to maybe your 10,000 with a decent
Yeah.
support.
Now that is a band I would like as the second stage headliner, I think.
Yeah,
Then it would feel a bit more of a Megadeth gig then.
yeah. We've seen them a lot, haven't we? I thought last time I downloaded, I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, they were great.
2016, they were shit. They were a little bit hit and miss, in the same way Slayer are. Quite a lot of thrash bands, I have to be honest, a little bit hit and
So
miss.
fucking hard to,
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
to play. But there's when you Google Download Festival and you go on Google Images, one of the first pictures that comes up is a picture of our mates,
Oh, yeah.
Rob, Ozzy, and Liam on the barrier for Megadeth. They've got an Anthrax t-shirt on and a. What else has he got? I can't remember, but you can see him right on the front. I'll put the picture up. It's
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant, but it's cool that they still use it.
Yeah,
You just see the buzzing, aren't they?
yeah. Yeah,
That
they-
was during the that was
Yeah,
during
they made
Megadeth,
friends with
yeah.
the security guard at the front, haven't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Megadeth. Oh, I'm excited now. Yeah. Hopefully this is doing the same for you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
It's getting the hype going, which is good. Good this time of year. I think that's why it's good when Download announces when it does.
Yeah, it is actually.
Nights get darker, things can get a little bit more, a bit depressing really.
Yeah, it
but
then
can
you're
be,
like,
yeah.
actually, we're going to go and see all these great bands.
I'm just imagining myself in a field, hopefully in the sunshine,
Yeah,
running around to Megadeth.
yeah.
That's a good shout, that, mate. So, yeah, I think they said they're finishing up in 2027. I think that's the
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Right, my last one. I've got a few here.
Shit. Go on, mate.
I'm going to go with A Perfect Circle.
Ooh.
And it was actually Jackie Sean that jogged my memory in our Discord. And I'd seen they've been announced for quite a few festivals. Let me just probably find out. They're fucking busy all weekend now, but I think they're still on for it.
I think they are.
I'm
as well.
a huge Tool fan, and
I'm a huge Tool.
I'm also a huge Tool, and a big fan of Maynard and everything he does,
Yeah.
vocal wise. Sometimes it's
Yeah,
it's
not
a bit
sure.
of a knob. But yeah, I absolutely love him. I think Josh Freese is back on drums with them as well. They've got some cracking tracks, and
I thought he's got a 9 Inch Nails.
yeah, he has, but I think he still plays for
Perfect Circle
Perfect
as well.
Circle as well. It's almost like a session for him.
Right, okay.
So have you got dates up for
Yeah, so they're doing Rock in Park and Rock and Ring the weekend before.
Yeah.
They're doing Friday at Nova Rock, and then
Yeah.
they're free Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, great.
So, yeah, I think you could be right there.
Could be a
Not
cool
one I've
that.
listened to too much. I've listened to Pucifer.
I think you'll like them more than
Tool.
Yeah, they're a little bit less complicated, but I like that with the Tool.
Calling me a simple.
But you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not as niche. They are absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I'm
What's my most played song? A song called Judith, which is incredible, and also Three Libras is.
I think that'll complete the trio for Kate as well, because she's seen Pucifer. I've never seen it.
Pucifer, yeah. We missed them, didn't we? Actually.
Who?
Pucifer.
just trying to make you say the name again.
Last year? The year before?
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, down to 2023.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they must have clashed. Yeah, I think Kate's been specifically to see them.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah,
I mean, his vocals, even at Back to the Beginning, was...
he was really good.
Someone did a really good compilation of him singing, it might have been like Vicarious or something, over the years.
Yeah,
Like over 10 years or 15 years or whatever. He's not changed.
it's not changed at all.
No. I remember when I went to see Tool years ago, must have been when the smoking ban hadn't come in, because he wore a gas mask through the whole set.
Oh yeah,
because people were smoking, and
he's a unique.
he's
guy.
very unique, obviously very clever, talented guy. But yeah,
Yeah, I think that's a really good
character.
shout. That, mate.
So yeah, I'm wanted to go with some kind of different ones than what we did last year.
Wildcards.
I know I struggled with this one.
I don't want to do. I know what yours is going to be, so I'm not gonna.
Do you?
I'm not going to be a dick. I think I do. I'm not going to try and steal it out from under you. I mean, we could go. You could go easy with the likes of fucking Elvana or Punk Rock Factory or something like
I've
that.
not really thought about that.
But I'm not going down there. I'd love to see. I'm just going to go for it. I don't think they'll be there. I would love to see the Lancashire Hot Pots.
Oh, that's a good idea.
They would.
That is a good idea.
They would be excellent.
You don't need to know the songs to get involved and have a party with them, actually. Do you?
No, they're very much. When Skindred played Kendall Calling, and people going, who the hell are the Skindred on the Kendall Calling Facebook page, were saying if he commands the crowd like the guy from the Lancashire Hot Pots,
Yeah.
gets everyone going. He got a massive conga line going to Lancashire DJ.
Yeah.
It's all songs like that. Things like
They have a great song called Chippy Tea. which is
Yeah,
absolutely
Chippy Tea.
brilliant, and
egg, sausage, chips and beans. It's just pure silliness. Put them on early on one of the Sunday morning on second stage would pick everyone up from the funk.
Yeah.
My mate was saying before, my mate Kev said, when you go to Kendall Calling, do not miss them. He said, it's the last day. He said, you've been there since Thursday and you're like, you need to pick me up. He said, they absolutely drag everyone back up for the Sunday party.
That's what you want.
So yeah, Lancashire Hot Pots.
That's a great shout. Who did you think I was going to go with?
Scooter.
Yeah, I was going to go with Scooter. Maybe just on the back of the Venga Boys hype.
Yeah. Slightly bigger though, isn't it?
It is. It's quite big. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't want the Thursday to be... I mean, I know they go down well and it'd be an absolute party. I just don't know if it's taken away from something that could be... I mean, they're going to have to pay through the nose for it, aren't they? You'd have thought.
And it's going to be another one where you can't get anywhere.
You can't get in. But I just know it would go down quite well. My other one that I was thinking about was... we're having a bit of back and forth in the Discord, actually, was I think the Lonely Island, if they're still going...
That's too big.
It'd be absolutely class.
That's like a Hollywood actor.
Yeah,
thing,
it is.
isn't it?
But whether or not it's in the District X or in the main arena,
Yeah.
something daft like that would be cool. So, but yeah, I'll go with Scooter, and we'll
Scooter.
see how we get on this year, mate.
Yeah.
So yeah, good run of bands, and it's actually got me very,
Yeah.
very excited,
Yeah, that's...
because I'm thinking even if only a handful of them come off, there's some big bands in
There's
there.
some big bands doing the rounds. I mean, you don't need every band on the 100+ band list
Yeah.
to be your thing. You need. I mean, you only need 10 to 15 that don't clash to have a fucking great weekend.
Exactly. Well, even say 10 a day.
That's massive.
It's we've done it before. Fucking hell, it's hard work.
Yeah, I think the most we've ever done is a Sunday this year. We managed to see about 13.
Yeah.
Which was running around like an absolute nutter.
It's just no time for anything else, is it?
No, I mean, but if you get 6 to 9 bands to see a day, then geez, you're having a fucking good day, aren't
Having a
you?
blast, aren't you?
Yeah, there's a lot of good potential there, and I hope to God Download don't drop the ball with it.
But then I'm thinking, right, I've got this list. I've also got a bit of a backup list. If we can run through the other ones if you wanted to. But I think who else is left?
Yeah. Well, I
unless
mean,
they've got loads up the sleeve that they've got exclusively for download.
we've covered all of ours. We know the Offspring looked potential
Yeah,
for a while, but they're doing their own thing at Crystal Palace Park, which I wonder what that'll entail. They've had Bad Religion supporting them on shows, so that'd be good. They've got to be pushing themselves back into headliner conversations now. Their arena tours sold probably better than some of the bands that have headlined in the last few years.
Yeah, not really thought about it, actually. Yeah. It's funny, isn't it,
how things come
almost
round.
going back up and down the dips and back up again.
Well, you look back at Korn 2013 when we first saw them, third down on Main.
Oh, yeah.
And then they've pulled it back up. So it's not,
It's not
I mean, the Offspring, I'm trying to think how far some headliners have dropped, apart from the one that left us this week. The Feeder. It's got to be Feeder. Apart from the Welsh one, it's got to be Feeder.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people saying they would like them back this year, actually, in the third stage.
They'd be awesome.
I've only seen them once, saw them at Kendall Calling, and they were fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I saw them at Sonosphere. Got great songs, great sing-alongs.
Yeah.
They've got some nice sort of ambient sort of ones, just the way I'm feeling and all that. And they've also got some proper rock songs.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I'd like that. Couple of things that have disappointed me. Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, man, don't. I'll literally fucking cry on the pod.
I'd say they were second to me after Ghost on my wish list.
So
It's not impossible.
No, so they've got Rock for People on the Thursday, Nova Rock on the Friday,
Greenfield's in Switzerland.
on the Saturday, which only leaves the Sunday.
But it's not like they're a headliner. So on these festivals, they might only do 40 minutes.
Yeah, true.
So it's not like doing...
yeah, actually, you're not there all day.
It's not like doing a 2-hour set at night time for each band. For a headline act where you're knackering your voice, all this sort of stuff. You're doing a short set, you can get on a train in Europe, finish up with a flight, because he does fly now, Burnley. Fly over, he finishes at 5 o'clock on the Saturday at Switzerland and gets a flight over. He could easily
you'd
do
be in
the
the UK
Sunday.
for before midnight, and then you've got the full day on the Sunday.
I mean, you could get the bloody train if you wanted. You could,
you could, yeah.
you could literally still be there.
Eurostar.
Yeah, get. I mean, you're looking about 10 hours on a train from there, but it's not impossible. So I think it's pushing them into the unlikely, but I still don't think it rules them out.
No.
It would if they were a headliner, because you're not going to do 2 hours shows and then come and do a fourth 2-hour show.
Yeah.
But they don't bring a big production. They probably have the logo on a screen.
Backdrop or something, and it'd be great.
So yeah.
Oh, God, imagine that on the Sunday if it's a Linkin Park day.
Oh, that's looking like a good day, isn't it? Linkin Park, Bad Omens,
Breaking Benjamin.
Who did I say for the second stage?
Oh, shit. Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah, Ice Nine Kills.
Oh, Electric Callboy.
Electric Callboy. Yeah, get Electric Callboy on third
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Breaking Benjamin fourth down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Done. Get us butts.
Yeah, that's it. Do it. You've still got 3 weeks.
Who are some of the other ones that could be potential? Some in the Discord saying they would like Sabaton back, which I think is a great shout.
Yep.
They are playing at Nova Rock on the Saturday, so free the Friday and the Sunday.
Another band that I'm a big arena band, but possibly.
I mean, this is the thing. All these bands are saying they're either subbing or second stage headliners, so there's not much more room.
No, I think there would be a second stage headliner. Bring a massive show. Our Logan's a big fan.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Static X.
Oh, Static X would be good. I still find that mask thing weird as fuck.
Creepy, isn't it?
It's really strange. Can you imagine?
So what is it
It's-
for people who not?
It's so obviously when Static passed away, they've got an anonymous frontman, which is widely known who he is, but he wears like a death mask of Wayne Static. Right. this is going to sound really disrespectful to the person, and it is, because what they've done is awful and really, really weird. Apparently they've got the blessing of the family, but still, it's fucking strange.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Linkin Park had come back and done that?
The fucking
Chester Bennington mask.
Yeah.
It makes me skin crawl. I find it really weird.
Was it like that type of theme when he was in it? That type of like industrial.
It is a bit, yeah. It's a bit industrial, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very odd.
It's
I'm not a fan of Static X enough to have a massive opinion on it. So I've heard the absolutely shit hot live.
Yeah. Did they play at Bloodstock?
Yeah, they did. They headlined the Sophie Lancaster stage.
You just got me thinking about that. I watched that Ed Gein
did you?
monster thing this week. Have you seen it? The series.
I got put off. I got put off after the Jeffrey Dahmer one, to be honest, because I didn't think there was much other than just shock.
I'm not fazed by horror or gore or anything. It gives me like proper shivers. This one, it's very creepy.
It's just, it's like
he's brilliant in it though.
Is he? Because I think he's shit most of the time.
Yeah, he's really good in it. His accent goes all over the spot as usual. But
he cannot do accents at all.
Anyways, we've gone. I don't think they'll be headlining in second. The Sons of Anarchy. Who else have we got? 3 Days Grace. We're at Nova Rock on the Friday.
They're going to be there, surely.
That would be a good shout.
That's 6 Days Grace, isn't it? 3 Days Grace times 2 or whatever they call themselves.
3 days squared or whatever. I'd nearly put these as one of mine. Papa Roach. But again, it's a hell of a
They're on a 3
back and forth.
Yeah.
They're at Rock for People on the Thursday, Greenfield on the Friday, and Nova Rock on the Sunday. So it only leaves them on the Saturday.
Yeah, I think that's even less likely than.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense for Breaking Benjamin to do the 3 mainland ones, do the UK, then and get a cheap flight from London Gatwick back home.
Yeah, exactly.
But jumping and then going back to Europe.
Yeah, it's the tough one. That one that our Discord, I'm sure, will be very happy about would be Architects.
Yeah.
They're Greenfield on Friday and Nova Rock on the Sunday, so that would leave them on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Potentially. Again, big shout out to Download Bryn for this spreadsheet. We've done it, but it's on paper. We can't fucking read out. So it's saved us writing it up. So yeah, there's some big names in there. Kubla Khan, I think, could be a potential. They're at Nova Rock on the Saturday. And who else have we got? Oh, actually, Sepultura on the Sunday, maybe. They've got Nova Rock, Greenfield. So yeah, there's lots of names.
There's a lot of good names about.
There is some really
Kubla
big
Khan would be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've reached out to some of our content creator friends and they've sent some of their suggestions in for some stuff running up to the announcement video. Our live announcement thing. So thanks very much for
it's amazing
being part of that. But yeah, I think the Arnolds, that was everyone's coming up with such interesting ones, and you go, yeah. There's so much potential this year. It's got me really optimistic, but then, like I say, the pessimist at the back of my head's going, if Download don't get a lot of these, it'll be a very strange one. Yeah. Very strange again, that Papa Roach and on the cards.
Yeah. For how many years running now?
That would be 13 years. Like we said, pretty much the Download house band for a little while.
Yeah, they were. I'd really like to see him again, actually.
Yeah, so there's our penalty shootout. We'll reveal the results in an episode. It would be lovely to do it on stage again. But obviously, we do not know anything about anything like that.
No. So you'll have to do that when all the bands have been announced. And if you've got any good ideas for a forfeit, please ping them over.
Yeah.
Feel free to come over and join our lovely Discord group. So
we can plagiarize you in an episode.
So we can look at all the spreadsheets that you made.
Yeah.
But it's such a lovely, lovely, lovely community, and the fact we're all bouncing off each other with all these bands and stuff is brilliant. We do joke about it making our lives easy, but it's actually just more enjoyable, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
we get to chat through it with everybody.
Yeah, it's nice.
So it's great. It's really good fun. But yeah, ping over your ideas. We've got a couple of ideas about what we might do.
How about you?
Yeah, well, we're afraid of heights for one, so
Oh,
that might give you a hint about what one of them might be.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of different things going on, but yeah, I'm excited for the announcement, mate.
Yeah. So we've got a Halloween special next week. So please join us for that one because it is a laugh.
Yeah.
It's we do talk bands as well. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. It's not purely.
No, it's all linked back to Download in some way or another, isn't
Absolutely, yeah. And it's nice we talk to Angela about Download, about what she did on the when we weren't. We saw so much at Download. It was great.
it? Yeah, it was great.
First time we ever met her in person was just before the live pod, and then we just saw her all weekend. It was really nice to keep bumping into her and Vicky and Kate.
I think we spoke, I don't know if they have spoken about it actually, but seeing them before the live pod almost give us a distraction from being so nervous.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of beers with them in the band area, backstage bit in Park Farm. And it was almost because we were talking to them, I wasn't half as nervous.
Yeah, distracted us from.
And also, you made that connection then, and then on stage it was so lovely. It was just total second nature. So
Yeah, and that's carried forward to this episode. We just
Yeah,
recorded
it has.
because it
Just
was
like
just
picking up with an old
an old
friend.
friend. Yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah, thanks a lot
yeah,
to Angela. Heavy Metal Therapy, obviously doing some great work around there. Talking to Rosanna,
yeah,
and they are launching a Heavy Metal Therapy session, and I just need to remember I know what it's called, but I don't want to put it. It's the Bird and Blend, isn't it? But
yeah.
is that the right way around?
Tea room, I think so.
Yeah, but I was going to say Blend and Bird or Bird. It's the Bird and Blend Tea Room in York, and they're going to have some heavy metal therapy, sort of peer support groups, and it's really, really good. I think it's an amazing thing for alternative people who might feel a little bit, nervous about doing this sort of thing because they're alternative, because you go into a group of people that you've immediately got something in common with. So that's going to be starting 4th of November on the first Tuesday of the month, 6 till 8 p.m. And you can just turn up to that. And that's at Bird and Blend, Low Petergate, York. And that's excellent.
Yeah, that's really cool.
We've just had World Mental Health Day, so
Yeah, we've got a mental health and well-being chat going as well in our Discord.
Yeah.
For people who just want to have a good chat and event and say how shit your day's been, and everyone can rally around each other, and
yeah.
it's cool. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. So
Yeah, so next week Halloween, and then you'll be on nappy changing duties.
I'll be on wiping bums and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it'll be the live one. I might have to have a bit of time out just to reset my head and put my priorities elsewhere for a bit.
Yeah.
And then we'll get back to it. And stuff.
Yeah, well,
and
we've got
Kate and Rosie going to jump on, and
We've got Friday afternoons.
Exactly.
Sort of stuff, won't we?
Yeah. I was going to say, loads of people have been asking if we are doing the live pod again next year.
Yeah, we don't.
We didn't get the ask till I think it was around February before Download, so we're totally unsure. So yeah, we'll keep you posted if that happens. If it doesn't, it was a one-off thing, and it was one of the best things we've done. That's cool.
Yeah.
If we get asked back, that's fantastic as well.
I'm not gonna. If we didn't get asked back, then that'd be fine as well.
Yeah.
It was an absolute privilege and honour to be asked.
Yeah.
I have, but yeah. Also, if we do get asked in February, we won't be able to tell you anyway. So.
Oh, that's true. Actually. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they were quite strict with it earlier this year.
Bloody hell.
Stuff and
Never seen embargo written so big on a bloody email.
No.
It was massive. Yeah.
Exciting
Yeah,
stuff.
there's all sorts of good stuff going on with lots of good new music, lots of good new stuff going on, lots of gigs. Probably the busiest bloody week of hardcore bloody metalcore gigs and
Yeah.
everything. Everywhere, all the people, you know, Jaggy Sean, Stu and all that.
Yeah, they seem to be all over the
Yeah.
shop. Yeah, the whole Discord group seems to be bloody touring all together.
Yeah, it's
I
nice.
feel like I'm
Missing out.
missing out a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we said we just live in the bloody worst place for it.
Yeah, the best we got was a System of a Down tribute band.
Yeah,
And,
they
which
were-
is
they were
good,
very
good enough for me.
Yeah. It's good. Back in my own bed. Well, I wasn't actually. I was sleeping downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jane's not sleeping well, so I was just
Yeah.
like, you can just. Well, no, she didn't say it like that, but she said, you know, keep downstairs in the. So I just slept downstairs with a cat on my chest.
Yeah, sometimes you have a bit of kip that way, mate. Just
Well, you got to tiptoe in. It's
Yeah.
like that Megadeth song, in it. Wake up dead. So yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Thanks again for listening.
it's a good hour. That
I hope you
would say.
are very excited about the announcement, because I know we are.
Yeah,
It's we are counting down the days, and we are very much looking forward to having a go at doing this live. I mean, to be honest, we pretty much do it live anyway.
yeah. Well, we did it live last year. We just put it out an hour after we recorded it.
Well, that's what we're doing now.
well, yeah, it'll be out. This is
We
what,
don't spend a week editing bits out. We'll
Oh no, we'll just press record. Sometimes twice because I've forgotten to press record or not
that's,
turn the mic
that's
on.
the danger.
But yeah, about quarter of an hour after we've recorded it, it gets released
put it up
into
on
Spotify and
yeah.
then scheduled for the morning. So yeah,
Spot on.
good stuff, mate. I am giddy. I am very giddy.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it now. After every recording we do, I'm like, it's starting to feel real again now.
And then I keep thinking, once we find out who the bands are, then we get into the real nitty gritty of learning about all the bands we've not heard of before.
I love that
Going
bit.
through the back catalogues, finding new bands. I was listening to The Funeral Portrait again today, and On People.
Gore.
Bands like Gore. And
Gore
bands
just
like that.
dropped a absolute brilliant EP.
Yeah, bands that, again, I feel like I'm on the start of their journey with them, and I absolutely love that when you can follow a band's just
Yeah,
making it well. So
yeah,
yeah, I'm quite excited, mate, that's for sure.
yeah. Me too, man.
All right, bud.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
Right, well, thanks everyone, and we'll catch us next week for our Halloween special.
Yeah, man. See you later.
This is the Lowdown Podcast. This is the Lowdown Podcast.